Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekakadash, and the man said those great millstone, while earth is true. And also to those elect that are scattered abroad, I like to say shalom. And come back here today with another great and powerful lesson, the spirit and the power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So the title of today's lesson is Watchman Report, Burning Man Festival. So I like to say shalom to all our listeners. Learn. Hope this help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, let's get a quick precept. 2nd Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 50. He said, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." And out about that latter time go into the what? The end time. So we seeing that we're here. The end has been manifested right before our eyes. Also, what? Judgment is now at hand. So we seeing all these different events are happening all across the world. All these different disasters, different calamities are happening left and right. And out about because a lot of people are walking in great pride. They still, that do thy will spirit. Arrogancy, pride, constantly, sinning each and every adding sin upon sin, constantly being rebellious. So now judgment is now at hand. The Lord is visiting the earth. The Lord said he will bring what evils. He will bring what famine. He will bring what pestilence. And also we know that we read upon what wars. And all sorts of things get ready to come. Get ready to befall us and out about, but we seeing it happening right before our eyes. So in the news, this Burning Man festival, they're saying that over around 75,000 attendees are on lockdown because of a major rainstorm. They said this happened on Friday. No one can come in and no one can go out. And out about, we already know that this festival was satanic. And out about it, we knowing that. They said they had FEMA in play. And also, it was rumored that they were going to call in the National Guard. But so we still are measuring the time diligent. And also, they said as one has been reported that is has died. There's rumors also that they saying that they maybe died of the Ebola, virus, but has not been confirmed. So we don't know whether that's true or not, but we're going to measure the time diligently. We see what the outcome. So right now, everything is speculation, but we knowing that this Burning Man concert was locked down. Now, but could this be a test run? Could this be a test run for the 15-minute cities? Now, about we already know. They said FEMA was already in place. Rumors now. So hey man, hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. We already know that he's trying to get that device each and every day through this order out of chaos. So it's saying that the people that are on lockdown, they're saying that they have limited food and water. Hey, we seeing it. Hey, right here, we seeing a lot of things are happening. So we're gonna see how all this turn out. They're saying even maybe tomorrow where they will start letting people be released. But we knowing that we're not ignorant once again of Satan's device. And we know his agenda, his plan. He want total control, the new world order, this global reset. And we already know in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, the devils get ready to come down with great wrath. So these people was constantly in the house of mirth. Like when you go to a festival, they're in the house of feasting, drinking and being merry, going on with their daily life. All of a sudden, the Lord sent a rainstorm. They said it was a lot of flooding, also a lot of mud, where people couldn't drive out. A lot of people walked out. And also it said it was rumored that Chris Rock, he was there. And they said that he got into safety. So you already know that, hey, he already know what time what was up. And also we already know that he have sold out. So one thing about it, we seeing a lot of things are constantly happening right before our eyes. And out about we seeing it. So let's read that again. Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50 says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time, which in fact is now, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So the Lord is getting ready to bring forth judgment. We seeing it happening every day on it's getting on it's constantly increasing. And also it's rumors of they're constantly releasing mosquitoes, GMO mosquitoes across America. In Florida, there's rumors of people are catching different viruses down there. Also in Alabama, also in California, and many other cities around America. So we seeing that, hey, this thing is constantly it's picking up. And also, could this be the second lockdown? A major lockdown. There are already rumors of another lockdown. This lockdown, they said, is going to be worse than the first one. Also, these mask mandates. Also, these hokey pokey mandates are getting ready to come back into play. And out of so hey man, all this leading straight to the RV microchip, which in fact is the mark of the beast. We seeing things are happening at a fast pace, and out of we already knowing that, hey man, he's moving, with because he knowing that he has bounds that he cannot pass. So we constantly measuring the time diligently on this. So we seeing that, a lot of reports of people catching, different viruses. I don't want to bring them all out because, you got to be careful what you say. So, so they saying rumors of this Ebola, so hey man, we're here, could this getting ready to go into the depopulation? There's already talks of that, So we already knowing that, a lot of things are getting ready to come into play. We knowing that blockchain technology, we knowing that, hey man, that this order out of chaos is constantly every day is something is going down. So we knowing that we're here, and man, we'll rejoice because we're almost at the end of this thing. The signs of the times are here. And also, they saying that that a lot of people are running out of food. They want to, they're trying to leave. They won't let them leave. So that's going into a man's desire to go in the city, try to get out of a place, because of these checkpoints. So we're going to that too. Also, these unrighteous decrees, But hey man, a lot of things are happening, So the Lord brought a heavy rainstorm, Hey man, the Lord's bringing forth that judgment each and every day. So we seeing it. Things are happening right before our eyes. 75,000, people that they're saying they are not allowed to leave. Hey man, what do that sound like to you? A lockdown. So hey man, could this be a test run for these 15 minutes in these sports in? But we already know that the Lord is in perfect control. Whether it had been engineered or manufactured, the Lord is in perfect control. So we don't have anything to worry about, but trust and believe in Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua. He's the only way, and he is the only answer. And out about so the title of the daily lesson, once again, is Watchman Report, Burning Man Festival. So I have a little few short videos, and after the videos, we will start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
Tonight, chaos at Burning Man.
We're kind of screwed here.
Tens of thousands remain stranded after torrential rains led to a total lockdown of the annual festival in the remote Nevada desert. Dust turning to a mucky, messy mud.
The entire place is absolutely just soaked.
Authorities say one person died at the height of the storm. The cause of death under investigation.
I think I could be trapped here for a couple more days.
Suzanne Ford is among those burners still stuck on the playa. What's it been like?
It's so muddy getting around, like just walking to your tent in the mud is impossible. Everybody's putting garbage bags over their shoes or their boots, or they're going barefoot because the mud, you just sink down into the mud. It's a quagmire. It's debilitating.
Organizers telling all attendees to shelter in place and conserve food, water, and fuel. The entrance to the camp and airport closed. Other than emergency services, no vehicles allowed in or out.
I'm actually going to try to make a break for it. They're saying the gates are still closed, but I've got a four-wheel drive car, and I'm going to try to make it out.
Others finding ways to escape, trudging through the muddy desert. Even comedian Chris Rock and DJ Diplo.
It's muddy still.
The performer posting about the ordeal on social media.
We walked 3 miles now. We got, I think, 5 more.
Making it out after hiking for miles and then getting picked up by strangers. The storm system causing problems across the state. In Las Vegas, one person has died and dozens rescued amid heavy rain and flash flooding.
Muddy, muddy, muddy Burning Man.
Back at Black Rock City, people trying to take it all in stride. Maybe not the Burning Man experience you were expecting.
Well, it's a little bit of like a Raining Man experience.
Instead of a burn, feeling the brunt of a powerful storm.
And Liz, is there any indication when these festival goers will be able to get out of there?
You know, Peter, the CEO of Burning Man, just telling NBC News that it could happen as soon as tomorrow. She said she doesn't see this as an evacuation situation and said they're working with local and federal officials to try to find the best way to smoothly open the roads and get people out. Tonight, chaos.
Y'all, did y'all hear about this at the Burning Man Festival? One person died and they locked down the whole festival. 73,000 people cannot leave out. They're saying that he died from a possible Ebola. So they said people are out there breaking out in balls and sores. They don't have any food. And FEMA was on site before the festival. Okay? Y'all be careful out there and be safe out there. This is a wild story. These people are locked in. They cannot leave. They are on lockdown. They literally put these people in a slick concentration camp. Watch the video coming up next. Oh my God.
It's pretty quiet. There's a camp here. Looks like they have a makeshift kitchen here, so they're feeding people. People, help each other with housing, with food, with supplies. So I think there's a general sense that, this is going to end very soon, and the gates will open and we'll all be on our way home.
It's all fun and games and pretty rainbows until it's not. And so Burning Man has now been declared a national disaster, and the National Guard is on their way because there's 75,000 of us stuck out here with limited resources. So they've told us to shelter in place and no one is allowed to move. So there you have it.
And told that by the middle of September, that the new policy's being written, that this is done. They were told this is happening. This is not hypothetical. You will all have to wear masks again, and so will airport employees. Then, by the middle of October, they are going to say that everyone flying has to wear a mask. And in the meetings, people began to ask them, well, why is this happening? They said, well, because of the new variant in Canada and because of the WHO, they may, declare this. But regardless, we've been told this is going to happen. They were told, we expect by December a return to the full COVID protocol of 2020-2021. And I was given many more details. I wrote down notes on it.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity. Alright, a bunch of y'all tagged me in this video and I was like, what am I seeing here? I saw that and I was like, what the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Never seen that before. I looked in the comments and people were saying that it's like a mosquito release cloud. And I was like, what's a mosquito release cloud? And then that sent me down a rabbit hole! So, this is what I found.
Inside boxes like these on the Florida Keys, a possible key to what scientists hope will slow an invasive and dangerous mosquito species. They're called Aedes aegypti and are known to carry diseases like Zika, dengue, and yellow fever, the females spreading infection with their bites.
In the Keys, they make up just about 4% of the mosquito population, but are responsible for virtually all of the mosquito-borne disease transmission to humans.
The potential solution starts at Oxytec's lab, where tiny eggs are injected with a modified DNA strain, ultimately producing mosquitoes that have what's called a self-limiting gene. Only the male offspring can survive past an early stage, The boys, unlike their female counterparts, do not bite.
They run out of females to mate with, and that's how you bring the population down.
This week, Oxitec began the process of releasing 140,000 male eggs in 6 locations along the Keys. That is part of a live experiment greenlit by the EPA. Though some environmentalists are crying foul.
Genetic engineered organisms are not something that we can control. Evolution will find its own way.
This isn't disrupting anything within the environment naturally?
We haven't seen that, no, and we are targeting the Aedes aegypti that is invasive.
The company says similar projects in Brazil led to a 94% reduction of the targeted mosquito population and point out their research is peer-reviewed. Locally, residents buzzing about benefits and risks of unexpected consequences.
My gut feeling says it's probably not a good thing.
The disease is a rare mosquito-borne illness known as Eastern Equine Encephalitis, or Triple E, and health officials say it's worse than West Nile virus.
We're really talking about mosquitoes that multiply more in swampy type regions.
As of Thursday, there have been 2 positive cases of Triple E in humans in Baldwin County, a little girl who died from the illness and a man who is seriously ill.
It can progress to meningitis or meningoencephalitis, which again can be deadly.
It's not just Baldwin County. There is evidence the disease is in Mobile County as well.
When we collect mosquitoes out in the community, we found that a mosquito was in fact infected with Triple E, Eastern Equine Encephalitis.
That mosquito was not the only animal infected with the disease. State officials say a horse in Baldwin County also tested positive, prompting recommendations for horse owners to have the pets vaccinated against Triple E and West Nile virus every 6 months. Unfortunately, there's no vaccine for humans. Health officials say you need to protect yourself.
So before we start today's lesson, let's look up the word Ebola for edification purpose. Ebola, it says a virus that causes severe bleeding, organ failure, and can lead to death. Humans may spread the virus to other humans through contact with bloody fluids such as blood. So that's, you get a little picture of what we're talking about. So it's saying in that Burning Man festival, or disaster, said that someone died, and it was possibly he may have died of this plague, but everybody, that has not been confirmed. We don't know whether that's true or not, but we're going to measure the time diligently, and everybody, so that we're going to wait and see, but we're not ignorant of what Satan devices. So before we start today's lesson again, let's look up the word lockdown. Let's look that up one moment before we start today's lesson, because we seeing, hey man, things are happening right before our eyes. The prophets constantly be warning, in that day they shall know that a prophet was among them. So we seeing it happening right before our eyes. Let's look up the word lockdown before we start today's lesson. Lockdown. So it reads here, it's a state or period in which a movement within or access to an area is restricted in the interest of public safety or health. So hey, don't just line up what we're talking about. I don't want to say too much on it. I can't say more to bring it out, but you understand that we're trying to bring out too much info, they will take the video down. So, hey, man, these lockdowns, they are coming. You know what I'm saying? So we seeing that, could this be a test run? Could this be a engineered or manufactured? Or we already know that the Lord is bringing forth what judgment. We know that the Lord is in perfect control. The Lord controls both sides, the left-hand side, which in fact, we already know that the global leaks, what they're trying to do. Hey, man, we seeing we're in this spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? And also the Lord controls the right-hand side. And out about, so the Lord's in perfect control. So let's read it again. Lockdown. It says a state or period in which a movement within or access to an area is restricted in the interest of public safety or health. So that is about it. So, hey, man, they lock things down. They already said that what FEMA was already in place before time. So, hey, man, can you see all of a sudden everything is locked down and one is reported dead? You know what I'm saying? Everybody has not been confirmed saying that Ebola, but we will not know that, you know, so we don't know whether he died of death or whatever, but we already know that he's cooking up a master plan. And they said something, it said here, it said will restrict movement because of what? Public safety or health. So we already know all these increasing so-called virus across America is constantly picking up. They're already saying that it's another C19 is coming around the end of September or October or late December, into December. Could this be the possible dog winter? And I bet in the middle of the Lord, we constantly signing and crying, warning you, so so it will limit, restrict your access, so no one is going out and no one is coming in. So we already know, hey man, what is this leading into? You know what I'm saying? A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able because of what? The lockdowns, these mandates. Hey man, the Bible's lining up like clockwork. It's speaking loud and clear. So let's start today's lesson. We'll start off in Jeremiah chapter 28. Jeremiah chapter 28. And I'm hoping once again that you will get edified. Jeremiah chapter 28. One moment. Jeremiah chapter 28. And we'll start up at verse 8. And it reads, said, the prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and pestilence. Verse 9, the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord has truly sent him. So what are the prophets constantly warning you of? They warning you of what? Of evils. They warning you of what? Famines. They warning you of what? Pestilence or plagues. And also we warning you of what? Of war. You know what I'm saying? And also what? A great time of trouble that we have never seen before. And out about we seeing these things are coming to pass. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. In that day they shall know that a prophet was among them, from the elders of great millstone on down to men with that held the likewise doctrine. You know what I'm saying? And out about it, hey man, we seeing it happening right before our eyes. At the end it shall speak and not lie. We seeing that this red devil is constantly cooking up things. So let's go here now. Get a quick precept. Let's go here to 2 Corinthians. Let's go here. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. And it reads, said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And not about who is the physical counterpart of Satan, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And not about he's trying to get what advantage of us. We seeing he's trying to get that advantage through what? This order out of chaos, all these different events that's happening all across the world. We already seeing it happening right before our eyes. You know what I'm saying? We're not ignorant of his devices. That device going to his agenda, his plan. You know what I'm saying? Not about we already know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Total control, our new world order, lockdowns, mandates. So, hey, we're not ignorant of his devices. And not about we seeing it happening right before our eyes while you're sleeping. The devil is constantly getting busy. So we seeing what happened at this Burning Man festival. And not about, could this be a test run, or is they moving? Are they going ahead moving? They're moving in with their plan. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know that the stage is set. All things are ready. We're seeing it happening right before our eyes. And not about, hey, the prophets are old. You know what I'm saying? Prophesy. You know what I'm saying? Or what? Evils, pestilence, famine. You know what I'm saying? Great time of trouble. You know what I'm saying? It is here right before our eyes. Hey, man, all hell is getting ready to break loose. And not about, hey, either you will hear or either you will forbear. So now, let's go here to, let's go here to 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras chapter, let's go here first. 2nd Esdras chapter 15. Let's go here. No, let's go 2nd Esdras chapter 16 first. Then we'll come back there. 2nd Esdras chapter 16 and verse 18. And it reads, said, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And how about we seeing that these evils are constantly growing all around us on every side. They constantly increasing. You know what I'm saying? All the it is getting ready to hit the fan. In the middle of the Lord, hey man, we have blown the trumpet. And how about one thing about it is, hey man, it's time to prepare. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, that you will be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. And how about who is that devil? You know what I'm saying? That is the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what the devil that the Bible speaks of, you know, what that deceiver, you know what I'm saying? Not about the one that's cunning, you know, deceitful, you know what I'm saying? Lies and deceit constantly, you know what I'm saying? Constantly trying to work under the radar, but the Lord is constantly making him a bearer and bearer. And we seeing it happen right before our eyes. So a lot of things are getting ready to happen. We know that we're right upon judgment, you know what I'm saying? Great famine. What great death, you know, we already know about World War III. The Lord is gathering the nation. You know what I'm saying? Also with the hour of temptation, the MOTB, it is here. A lot of things are lined up. Will not be able to buy or sell. Not about if you do not take it under your skin. You know what I'm saying? The WEF, and also in collaboration with the WHO and the EU. You know what I'm saying? You know, they get ready to bring. You know what I'm saying? He had power to give life. Hey, to the image of the beast, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, one thing about it, you will not be able to buy or sell. You know, it's getting ready to come into play. You know what I'm saying? We seeing it, hey man. What, you know, great or small, rich or poor. So a lot of those people is what's on lockdown, so they don't know what's happening. Some people walked out, some people had gotten out, but the majority is still locked down. So hey man, we don't know what they could call. They could call have an emergency broadcast and say, hey, you know, hey, this doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to lock down everything. So we knowing that he's cooking up something. We knowing that, hey man, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got to be watching, praying, and have that a sound mind. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes on the prize, knowing your surrounding, because hey man, we're living it real time. These evils are constantly growing all around us, and out about it's time to hey, pray, watch. You know what I'm saying, man? We are here. It is at the door, that evil time, Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? Middle Lord, we go over this over and over. But hey, these are the times that we're living in. So now let's go here to let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 15. 2 Ezra chapter 15 at verse 49, just random scriptures. 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 49. And it reads, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. So without about, we already knowing that, hey, the Lord is sending these plagues, and not about widowhood going into, you know, people will lose their husband or their wife, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be great death, you know, poverty goes into homelessness. So a lot right now, the people are locked down, you know, they got man-made tents set up, you know what I'm saying? So FEMA is there. So, hey, we'll see how this will progress and out about it. So we knowing that, hey, he's cooking up something. Hey, man, he's getting ready to come down with great wrath. You know, hey, the sword, you know what I'm saying? The modern day sword is it's the gun, the military. You know what I'm saying? They get ready to bring. Also put out a video the other day about the IRS are constantly, you know, they're getting more ammo, and also they're putting 40 calibers machine gun on their trucks. You know what I'm saying? So hey man, armored trucks. And also we already know the government already has sold out. There's no government. So we know that, hey man, it's getting ready to come online, you know, sedition among men, you know what I'm saying? Kill or be killed. It's coming, you know, these pestilence. We already know they constantly releasing these mosquitoes, you know, across America. Hey man, hey, can't you see? Hey, man, it's happening right before our eyes. You better wake up, because, hey, man, it is here, you know, all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Then and once again, hey, man, it's going to be a great waste, desolation, and destruction. Hey, it's coming upon it. Also, the destruction of Babylon the Great, that great whore that sits on many waters. This place is finished. And now we're seeing it happening right before our eyes. And out about, hey, man, the Lord said, hey, you know, he will come like a thief in the night. So, hey, man, we know we read upon the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And also we know that our salvation is very close than we yet believe. We almost at the end of this thing. We got to keep pushing, keep believing. You know what I'm saying? Hold fast what you have, because the Lord is coming. The Lord is coming. So now let's go here to let's go here to something else I want to get here. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 16. And let's go to verse 17. This is what I want to get right here. Wait a minute, one moment. We'll find it. 2 Ezra chapter 16 And I think it's around verse, it might be 15. One moment, we'll find it. I think it might be 15 and 18. One moment. Salakia, we'll find it. We'll find what we're looking for in a minute. I think it's 17, 15 and 17, if I'm not mistaken. One moment. Yes, it is. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 17 says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So we already know that this is going into these lockdown, these mandates they have prescribed or authorized. So all of a sudden, they went to that Burning Man festival, and all of a sudden, they're saying because of a rainstorm. We already know they're working that HARP manipulating weather machine overtime, also DARPA, you know what I'm saying? But they all are doing the will of Yahweh. By Hashem Yahushua, the Lord is bringing forth these plagues because he's bringing forth what? Judgment, recompense and judgment. He said, what? First my judgment was start at the house of Israel. So judgment is now at hand, whether you believe it or not. The Lord is getting ready. Hey, man, the body count is getting ready to be great. And also, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people desire to what? To try to get out of that place. And there, no people couldn't go out and no people could come in. So that about, so it's right now they are totally locked down. They have FEMA there. And also it's even rumors of the National Guard. So hey man, we got to keep watching. Hey man, we seeing it. This red devil is working overtime. So hey man, they can call, any given time, they can call a emergency broadcast. And we already know we having one that's supposed to be coming October the 4th. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, mark your calendar. Hey man, we got to be watching, man, because we're here. We're living in real time. Let's go here, get another quick precept of what I'm saying. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 10. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It said, woe unto them. Woe meaning what? Destruction. Let's read that again. Isaiah chapter 10. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed or authorized. So that's going into these lockdowns, these mandates, you know what I'm saying? These different things that they get ready to put into play. Operation Lockstep, you know what I'm saying? The King Alfred plan and many more, you know what I'm saying? They putting into play. Also what? This new world order, you know what I'm saying? This dictatorship, you know what I'm saying? They want total control, you know what I'm saying? They want you to take that badge of servitude, that grain of rice. And the man, Lord, we come to the once. All road leads to that grain of rice. So, hey man, we're not ignorant of his devices, his plan, his agenda. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the stage is set. Things are, hey, man, they're here. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, woe unto them. You know what I'm saying? What woe mean? What? Destruction. Once again, so, hey, man, things are just constantly lining up like clockwork. So let's go here to second Ezra chapter. Second Ezra is off the chain. You know, hey, man, it's speaking loud and clear. I love second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1 said, nevertheless, as the coming, the tokens are the signs of the times are the prophecy. Behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So we already know, a lot of people gonna be taken in a great number because of these viruses, you know what I'm saying? If whether they be engineered or what manufactured, and also we already know the Lord said he will bring them. So they're doing the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. The only one that is in control is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. When you go to Isaiah chapter 45, I think around verse 7, he said, I form the light. I create evil, I create a good, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord said, hey, I do all these things. So hey, man, the Lord is in perfect control. So hey, man, a lot of people are getting ready to be taken in a great number. You know what I'm saying? So we already knowing that if you do not take it under the skin, you will be put to death. Hey, man, we constantly warn you left and right. These guillotines, these gas chambers, a lot of things are coming into play. The people that tuck the hokey poke, they don't want barred time. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, a lot of things are coming to pass. These people are catching these viruses. They releasing these mosquitoes in the air, GMO modified. Say, hey man, we're measuring the time diligently. Hey man, we're here and saying the land shall be barren of faith. You know what I'm saying? Famine of the word is coming. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, a lot of things are coming. Food shortage, rolling blackout, cyber attack, power outage. You know what I'm saying? Food shortage once again. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, a lot of things are coming. You know what I'm saying? A great time of trouble that we've never seen before. Man, Lord, hey man, we are sighing and crying. It is here. It is at the door. So now let's go here to Ephesians chapter 6. Let's go to Ephesians chapter 6. One moment. Ephesians chapter 6 and Ephesians chapter 6. And let's start up at verse 11. No, let's start up at verse. Let's start up at verse 11. It said, put on the whole armor of the Almighty, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Now, but we already know who that devil is, the physical counterpart of Satan. We already know who that is, Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? The devil that the Bible speaks of. And now, but he's working overtime because he have bound that he cannot pass. Put on that whole armor, a whole armor going into this wisdom, this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That garment of a salvation. You know what I'm saying? Shall be a stronghold in times of trouble. Seek the Lord while he can be found. Verse 12 says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And we already know that spiritual wickedness in high places go into these global elites. You know what I'm saying? BlackRock. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things they're getting ready to bring forth. And how about the WEF? You know what I'm saying? The WHO. You know what I'm saying? In collaboration with the EU, with the EU and NATO. You know, a lot of things are coming down the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? They get ready to bring it forth. You know, order out of chaos. And how they bring it forth all these different calamities and catastrophes around the world. These world events constantly taking place left and right now, but we're in a spiritual warfare. And that's why the Lord said, hey man, you gotta, be watching. You gotta be circumspect because we're living in the end time, real time. Evils are growing all around us. And you still have people that still unbelieving, still don't have the faith. That's not going to happen. This is not going to happen. But hey man, the prophets are old, you know what I'm saying? Which in fact, they're here right now. The spirit of the prophet are subject to the prophet. They're here right now. You know, Jeremiah's here, Ezekiel, you know what I'm saying? All Esdras. You know what I'm saying? Daniel, you know what I'm saying? All the mighty prophets of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, they are here. You know, they're sighing and crying left and right. They're warning you. You know what I'm saying? Not about it. Hey, one thing about the Lord said, warn them for me. Get on your ass. And not about one thing about it, because when the Lord bring it, there will be no more talk. Hey, we constantly warn. The Lord's getting ready to bring great death and destruction. The body count is getting ready to be great. Woo, we constantly warn you. Left and right, hey man, it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Verse 13, and it reads, said, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Almighty Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Verse 14, he said, let's see, that's what I want right there. So, you know, hey, you got to put on this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding. And out of it, you know, it will preserve you. It will sustain you. And out of it, because we're coming upon these times. Evils are growing all around, left and right. A perilous time of trouble. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we seeing it. It's happening right before our eyes. All of a sudden, hey, it's happening. So let's go here. Let's get another quick precept before we close it out. Let's go here to Ezekiel chapter 9. Not Ezekiel, Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12. And it reads, for man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in a evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snares or a trap, so are the sons of men snared in a evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. So we seeing that what happened at that Burning Man festival. You know, they got caught up in a evil net. A time of trouble. It's suddenly what fell upon them. And they could not escape because they locked the whole place down. Can't you see? You know what I'm saying? They get ready. They want total lockdown. You know what I'm saying? They could call a climate lockdown. They can say that they're having increased number of this or that. And we're not ignorant of Satan's advice. We're constantly warning, hey, he's getting ready to roll. The devil's getting ready to fill his belly. It's getting ready to go into his agenda, his plan. You know what I'm saying? What he's trying to perform. The new world order. You know what I'm saying? One world government, one world currency, you know, one world religion. And he's imagining a vain thing. The Lord's getting ready to come back and cut him off forever. And we read upon judgment. We've seen it happening right before our eyes. So let's get one more and we'll close out. Let's go to Ephesians chapter. We'll close out here. Ephesians chapter 5. We'll close out right here. Ephesians chapter 5. We'll start up at verse 15. Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15 says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Verse 16, redeeming the time because the day are evil. We're seeing that right before our eyes. Verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understand the will of the Lord is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Hey, circumspectly going into what? Your surrounding, your environment. You know what I'm saying? Know the people that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Know the places that you're going to visit. You know, where you're going and you're coming. Like these people, you know, they wasn't wise. They wasn't circumspect. All of them gathered there, 75,000 or maybe more people, you know, went to this is damn a wicked satanic festival. You know what I'm saying? And it was what? A total disaster. The Lord brought what? Judgment upon this place. And they're going to pick up. The plagues are not going to slack down for a moment. So that be circumspect. You know what I'm saying? Be wise, knowing what the will of the Lord is. And I call what, man? We living in some dangerous, perilous time. You know, Jacob's trouble is at the door. The hour of temptation. The sea hip is here. You know, these things are a constant approach. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and our salvation is very close. And we yet believe that, hey, the day is far spent. Hey, the men of the Lord, hey, man, the Lord's getting ready to what? Getting ready to shut the mouthpiece up. He's getting ready to bring the famine of the word. And one thing about it, hey, man, we're here. And you have been what? Well warned. And out about, hey, man, you got to be what? Redeem the time wisely. You know what I'm saying? Measure the time what? Diligently. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we have blown the trumpet. So we are here. It is at the door. Hey, man. It is here. You know, we're seeing that, hey, things are constantly picking up. You know, we're very excited. You know, because we know that what? The Lord is getting ready to return. The Lord is coming. His great and glorious return. We are very close. And out of it, we are hoping that we're part of the hopeful elect. Hey, man, one thing about it, keep pushing, keep believing. You know what I'm saying? Because we're almost to the finish line. And once again, the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, it is fast approaching. So the title of the daily lesson, once again, is Watchman Report. Burning Man Festival. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rikakadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom.